Miss Rose on True TV, 76,000. I said this last time. Shout out to Mrs. Me Too.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Angel Reese had a promising future as the next big thing in women's basketball. But instead of reaching new heights, followers are now left wondering what went wrong. Despite all the hype, Reese's performance has fallen short of expectations, and her league is witnessing a steep decline in support. Both viewership and fan interest are starting to wane, as is the enthusiasm that once surrounded the player and the league. Let's look at Angel Reese's sudden decline and the struggles of a league that seemed unstoppable in order to comprehend how someone who was once seen as the sport's future ended up representing its diminishing present.
Yay! Just when you thought ratings for Unrivaled could not get any lower, America sends a clear message. Actually, America sent them a clear reminder: we are not interested in watching pretend basketball.
Do you recall the beginning of this league? Over 300,000 people watched the first few games because of the hype. Angel Reese was meant to be the face of this revolution, the next big thing, the celebrity who would make us forget about college basketball. The unmatched league was expected to transform and improve women's basketball. But that bold dream quickly gave way to a harsh reality. Furthermore, at one time, Angel Reese herself stated that she was willing to change the regulations.
Let me know, wasn't it Angel Reese that said, people are tuning in for her? Not just that one girl, but people are tuning in for her too. And that she was part of the reason that we had to rise.
As you see her perform, you might wonder, wasn't Angel Reese supposed to be a superstar? Everyone probably thought that at first. The reality, though, has been quite different. As the season went on, the excitement waned and the decline in viewership was more dramatic than a missed free throw. Games that were formerly highly popular now seldom draw 100,000 spectators.
Angel Reese might be well known. Angel Reese may be a star on social media, but there's a huge difference between a star and a draw. The truth is, Angel Reese is not a...
The league threw all of its money on Angel Reese's star power, hoping she would draw people the way Caitlin Clark did. Instead of controlling the court, Reese has been struggling and has even been benched in favor of young players like Lexi Hall. Isn't it difficult to accept? The player who was supposed to represent the league is now watching from the sidelines while others take center stage. The main focus is on how Reese, who was previously hailed as the league's salvation, is quickly losing respect, even though Lexi Hall may have salvaged the Indiana Fever.
Lexi Hall, Indiana Fever saved their ass. But that's not the point. It's funny how that works. When Angel is sidelined and the focus isn't on her, look at me, her teams, generally speaking, actually get a victory. Why doesn't this tell anybody anything?
You might wonder why fans seem to become disinterested when Angel Reese hits the floor. The answer is simple. They are not enjoying the promised power of dominance. Compared to the player she was in college, she looks almost completely different. Expectations have not been met by Reese. Her defense is shaky, her attacking presence is limited, and she just doesn't appear to be in sync with the rest of the team. However, as Reese suffers, new stars are emerging, and this is where things start to get interesting. It's possible that Kate Martin was an unexpected addition to the league, a player nobody saw coming. She is dependable, powerful, and discreetly fulfills all of Reese's duties, such as entertaining, leading, and drawing attention.
The individual star power doesn't seem to be drawing crazy. This doesn't seem to be changing anything. Because the Phantom, with or without Sabrina, get the same amount of views. The Rose with Angel Reese are least viewed in the league. They are, or at least one at least viewed.
It acts as a depressing reminder of the major flaws in the unrivaled league. Instead of creating a real superstar, they end up with a tournament that lacks that spark. The real thing just doesn't exist. Let's look at the numbers now, since they are telling an inevitable story. You would assume it's just a few bad nights, but the reality is much more complicated. What's happening behind the scenes in the unrivaled league is considerably more serious than anyone could have imagined, and the data doesn't lie.
But we've got to be completely honest here. It is a league first and foremost, and the most important thing is that the long term is going to be profitable, or at least it looks like it has the potential to be. Otherwise, once that TV deal is done in 3 years, it's over. And right now, this has not been the greatest look in the world for us.
You could be wondering now whether this is a Reese problem or if the league is on the verge of disintegrating. In actuality, the league has been heavily depending on star power. However, without actual superstars like Caitlin Clark to propel the momentum, it's struggling to maintain the audience's interest. Unfortunately, Angel Reese, the league's once rising star, is now becoming a symbol of its demise. This isn't merely speculation because the signs are everywhere.
Angel Reese specifically has been brutally exposed, and her own fans have stopped watching her in this thing. They have stopped watching. How do you know? 89,000 viewers last Saturday when she was on TV. 89,000.
It's like watching a slow-motion car accident every week as viewership declines and concerns about the league's viability are voiced. The problem is that scientists say there are other factors at play than Angel Reese's presence. The real issue is the way the game is being played. Reese set a very high standard with her outstanding college performance, but now she is failing. The gap between the hype and the reality is being noticed by fans.
This thing is that the Rose and Lunar Owls game had 89,000 people. There were less than 100,000 people watching this game. I mean, that is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, this was a game. Exactly. This was a game where Angel Reese played. She is supposed to be the biggest draw in the...
It was supposed to be her time to silence the doubters. However, everyone is now keeping an eye on the league to see what they will do next. In the end, there's a noticeable void where that star should be, despite their best efforts to produce their own celebrity. Every time Angel Reese's name is spoken, it serves as a harsh reminder of what the unrivaled league is missing. You can feel the tension rising each time the ball leaves her hands and hangs in midair like a final opportunity, and then all of a sudden, whoosh. Not just a miss. An A-ball so nasty that everyone in the crowd groans together.
Folks, the battle between Dejanay Carrington and Angel Reese barely broke 75,000 viewers. 76,000 viewers? Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me right now? Tell me again how you're moving the needle. I kid you not. If Caitlin Clark would have played in that game, it would have got 500,000 views.
Bad photos happen to everyone, but this one stood out. Angel Reese was trying to prove she was just as smart as Caitlin Clark. And trust me, it backfired in the most disastrous way imaginable. It was similar to witnessing someone try a magic trick they had seen on TV, only to discover that the big reveal was actually a dirty sock. Just the other day, she was set up for a wide-open look, the kind of moment that is meant to alter the narrative, but she completely missed it.
And it's not just my calculations. Headline of the Sports Business Journal, unrivaled, averaging 204,000 viewers to date. Monday night, there were two more games broadcast on TNT. The first game was between the Vinyl and the Phantom. Interesting choice of words, Phantom. It perfectly describes their ratings. Their audience is a ghost. They literally cannot find people willing to...
This is where things start to become really interesting. Kate Martin's performance is flawless. She doesn't attempt to be like anyone else. She just works hard, makes plays, and wins with her team. It's clear that Martin is letting her game speak for itself, and fans are starting to notice.
Reese failed to break 100,000 viewers. Tell me again how everybody's tuning in for you.
While Kate Martin is putting a lot of effort into the small things that win games, Angel Reese is all flash and little substance, trying to be someone she's not, and it's painfully obvious. Martin is tough, flexible, and a perfect example of the constant focus that coaches love. But Angel Reese received a very bad taste of her own medicine last night.
But it's like, when Angel Reese shot that deep throw, there was 10 seconds of silence after the air ball. No one knew what to say. It's completely fine to say, I like the confidence, probably a bit too far for Angel Reese, I like the confidence in her shooting though. Like, that is a not negative point.
The league's alleged face may soon have to watch from the sidelines when Lexi Hull takes her place. It'd be like casting Tom Cruise in a high-profile film and then handing over all of his lines to the actor playing Man in Coffee Shop Number 3. That's how bad things have gotten for Angel Reese. I'll paint a picture for you.
The other day where she lined up for that wide open top of the key three and then airballed it. Holy crap, the fallout from that is still going right now. She's still getting...
The A-ball has come to represent everything that has gone wrong with Angel Reese's play in the Premier League. It's like watching someone try to win a dance competition by donning the robot. It may attract some attention, but it won't make you famous. What draws us all in is the stark reminder of how unpredictable professional sports can be. Isn't it incredible that we're even talking about Angel Reese, the athlete who was supposed to represent the unmatched league?
So there's probably not one individual player that has benefited more from Unrivaled than Kate Martin. Look, Kate Martin was somebody that came into the WNBA and nobody, and I mean nobody, thought she was going to make the Las Vegas Aces roster. Like the Las Vegas Aces drafted 3 players. Obviously, Liz Kitley was injured. Everyone thought kind of, Liz Kitley's probably going to go make the Vegas team eventually. And a lot of people thought Deasia Fair was going to make that team. But Deasia Fair gets cut, Kate Martin makes the team, and within 5 games, she is a starter.
A bigger issue is being brought to light by Reese's struggles. Without Caitlin Clark and other celebrities, this league is severely lacking in star power. Fans are voicing their opinions by voting with their remote controllers and by showing up in forceful numbers when Reese is playing. It appears that they can see past the commotion. We don't take any days off here, people. No days off.
Angel Reese got a little bit of her own medicine last night from Kate Martin. Now, she flopped around on the ground like she's LeBron's play cousin out there because we know he's the ultimate flop.
Hold on, though, because this story has more twists than a pretzel factory. We've all seen how successful Angel Reese was in college, but no one seems to be talking about how she did so in the business. Is she receiving training? Her disposition? Or is there anything going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Because, believe me when I say that Reese's professional and undergraduate selves are very different.
Lexi Hull showing Angel Reese how it's done. It was an awful game for Angel Reese. Guys, she's getting worse.
Reese is not alone in highlighting how important real superstars are to this league's success, especially in the absence of game-changing players like Caitlin Clark. The problem is that there is still one more factor that can completely alter the trajectory of events. While some believe Angel Reese may be coping with secret issues behind the scenes, most others believe she simply isn't suited out for the professional ranks. The shocker itself, both of these theories could be wrong because the wildcard component hasn't been considered yet. Something that could increase awareness of women's basketball in a way we never expected.
Reese does not belong in this league. Angel Reese, this league is a paycheck for Angel Reese.
What do you think will happen next? Will Reese regain her flow or will the league keep getting worse? Kindly provide your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Will the unmatched league improve matters? Or is this the beginning of the end for a league that has made a lot of promises but hasn't kept them? It is undeniable that buzz can only carry you so far. It all boils down to the game, and for now, Angel Reese's game isn't particularly impressive.